Monday, July 8th, 2024 to order at 6:02 p.m. Roll call, please.
Rollins.
Here.
Adami.
Here.
Weston.
Yep.
Burnt.
Here.
Hoffman.
Here.
Jordan.
Here.
And Mumper.
Here. All right, public comment. Anybody online or in the audience that wishes to make a comment? Second time, anybody online or in the audience that wishes to make a comment? Third time, any comments? Hearing none, we'll move on to minutes from previous meetings. Item number 3, minutes from June 10th, 2024 PC meeting.
Motion to approve as presented. Second.
Motion by Deason, second by Mumper. On the question? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So carried. Communications, disclosures, and recusals. Members of the body should make any required disclosures or recusals during this time. Do we have any? Okay. Item number 4, written communications received.
We have none.
Okay, public hearings. Zoning map and text amendments, additional uses and related requests. Item number 5, project number 2024-0174, Reland and Associates on behalf of Springview Dairy LLP. The property owner requesting a rezone from AR, agricultural and residential zoning district to RR2, rural residential 2-acre zoning district, including a portion of the lot currently addressed at 9707 Kieran Street and currently proposed to be divided. I'll open the public hearing. Presentation by applicant and or staff.
Veronica?
So the item before you is the rezone proposal. It is consistent with the future land use map and that comprehensive plan, so there is no need for future land use amendment. So this is just a rezone. And it was a 40-acre parcel that all right now is on AR, agriculture and residential. And the proposal is to split off a small portion that includes a home, an existing home, and make that RR2. And the applicant's reason there is because they are renting that right now and they would like to sell it in the future. And the potential buyer just wouldn't want a lot of acreage, just basically the amount sufficient for that residence. So the future land use is single family residential on Seward. So the goal is to move toward that more residential field versus that agricultural. And typically the zoning districts that would fall under this designation would be RR2 or RR5. So it is very consistent with the overarching vision for that area. So it's a pretty straightforward division. They're looking at splitting off 2.299 acres of the 40, and the remaining remnant would stay AR. Or the applicant is here tonight too, and I'm sure we'll be happy to answer questions.
Anybody have any questions?
I don't want to bring this up on family. I was just questioning Jen and Michael. If we have the suitable septic systems, because I don't really spring into this thing down the road.
It already has an existing, it's an existing.
Yeah. I understand it as a septic, but Dustin, will this eventually be just lotted off in the future, but remaining property?
No, the plan is design.
Okay.
They want to keep the woods, keep the
Okay. Yeah.
It would still be an AR, so it would have to come back for some kind of development.
That was my question. I was septic.
All right.
There's currently a moment in that.
And one on site to see that. We will be things that are bottom house, like all on that.
County Land Record says it's last service on 8/9/2023, so that would be recent received.
Yeah.
Okay, do you have anything else you'd like to add as the applicant? I don't think you have any questions. Okay, thank you. Moving on, public comment period. Is there anybody online in the audience that is comments? Second time, any comments? Third time, any comments? Hearing none, I'll go ahead and close the public hearing. I'll let you get some staff. Discussion and recommendation to the board by the planning.
So I passed out the determination form, so this would go, to the board with your recommendations, so there are those, few questions that need to be answered, would be on the second page towards the top.
Anybody have anything to add?
I stuck it in
Board. Okay. Item number one is the proposed rezoning system to be comprehensive plan as is required by Wisconsin statutes. Yes. Does the rezoning further the purpose and intent of this chapter?
Yes.
Yes. Does rezoning address any of the following that are not properly addressed on the current official zoning map? A mistake was made in mapping on the official zoning map that is an area is or has developed in a manner and purpose different from that for which it is mapped. If this reason is cited, it must be demonstrated that the discussed inconsistency between actual land use and designated zoning is not intended as well as an intent to stop an undesirable land use pattern from being perpetuated. Factors that change, such as the availability of new data, the presence of new roads or other infrastructure, additional development, annexation, or other zoning changes making the subject property more appropriate for a different zoning district. Growth patterns or rates have changed, thereby creating a need for a review. Does the proposed zoning district maintain the desired consistency of land uses, land use intensities, and land use impacts as related to the environs of the subject property?
Yes.
I'll entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Motion by Burns, second by Deason. Questions? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So carried. Thank you very much. Unfinished business, we have none. New business, we have none. Staff reports, item number 6, acknowledge and place on file the June 2024 staff approved certified survey maps and site plans. And item 7, acknowledge and place on file the June 2024 building plans. Motion by Deason. Oh, second by who? Oh, I'm sorry.
Just turn it around.
Okay. Motion by Mumper, second by Deason. On the question. Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? So carried. Miscellaneous, number 8, project updates.
So I passed out the project updates. I'll just go over a few things, just to highlight them. We received an email today from Amazon. They are going to be doing a ribbon cutting on July 23rd. Yep, so I will get you more information. They're just kind of reaching out to find out who to invite today, so we will get you all the specifics when we receive more information. And then I want to bring up 2 projects. So the first one is ABC Weston, which is where Weston House Cafe and Adventure Awaits are. That's going to be going to the board next week. When Travis was doing the completion of that project, we noticed that they did not follow the approved landscaping plan, and there were some changes to the building elevations. It wasn't to do with the brick that we were all talking about, it was to some of the actual, it's more on the back of the building, I believe. So I have some information that'll be going to the board on Monday to find out how the board wants to handle that. So it could be coming back to you guys for review, I'm not sure. I just got the information before I left last Wednesday for vacation, so I have to go through it, but basically they received TIF funding and was tied to a development agreement. that they said that they would install what got approved, so we just,
What was between that?
it was more like the facade. There was some things, I think so. It was like a couple of panels, or maybe the colors were off. That wasn't as big of a deal as the landscaping, because they basically used a revised landscaping plan and then hired somebody else to do it. And there's basically just like grass, like tall grasses, and didn't, so we don't even know if it meets code yet. We have to go through that. So we'll just have to determine that, and so it could be coming back here. I'm not sure yet, so that'll be at the board's purview on Monday. So you might see that in August. The other one is Intercity State Bank, when we're doing that closeout. It was realized that some of the, curbing was missed by staff, plan commission and the board, so if you go over there, part of the parking lot is not, doesn't have the curbing where we would have had a multiple curb or the standard curb along, basically Schofield Avenue, kind of the outside of the project. Intercity had, basically, I called Chris at Intercity, he said he would install it, and so they had Keller kind of look into it. Gary kind of alluded to this because Kurt, who works for him, was kind of involved in the project too. It's too cost prohibitive, and they would also have to kind of cut out 2 feet, is it 2 feet of the parking lot, in order to do this. So, and we kind of figured that was gonna make it look worse. And so it was approved as a PB without it. So, basically, there's not a whole lot that we can do. I mean, they were attempting to do it just to meet code, but it was approved without it. So just wanted to bring it to your attention
So the plans were approved.
without it. Mhm. Yeah.
That's on us.
Right. So we have gone through and figured that all out at staff level, on who's looking at that aspect of things going forward. So that's been corrected. So.
I think the building's beautiful.
Yeah, it's a nice project.
There's no safety issue for that.
No, no.
There's a fair part of snow removal, you want that, for the curb or no curb or however, eventually the asphalt is there saving that, you go on. The curb will just put that up, so you need the topsoil sort of strong, so.
You might have people run into their landscaping. And like,
Maybe that's something like that.
yeah.
Okay.
The last one is Wendy's. We should probably be approving that within the next few weeks. They were sent back their, staff comments. Gosh, I think it was 2 weeks ago already, so they're still working on some things, but we should have it soon because they want to get started on that project. So. That's about all I got.
Anybody else have any questions for Jen? So I noticed that the bug property seems to be really slow.
Well, that was kind of a slow to even get it approved property, so. Basically, if they don't do anything in 6 months, then that's kind of where the permit stalls. But, they have 2 years essentially for the building permit.
Okay. See the new building. Yeah, I get it. They know, and these are.
Yeah, he's busy.
Building building. And he's still not on that, but I will consider. This is slightly, which is they're not, I guess, for a while, so. And then probably why that's, I mean, if we just put some fiberglass stuff in the side, we would, we didn't need that, that's, that would be, probably good. Good, as a growing, and that's good. Okay. I don't have anything else. Does anybody else have anything? Number 9, and I'll send some committee commissioner remarks and staff referrals.
Oh. I think. Is there anything from going on in all the permits for the area that, how,
Yeah, boy, it's voice I think. Um,
And then two of the very close to they got it. That is from that. Well, the neighbors took care of the fence, so they don't need the fence for it anymore. Other than that, you can do it else.
And it's good for a certain amount of time, and they're not valid anymore, they're not seeking a refund.
Yeah, then they just don't, I mean, they could let us know when we could close it out.
Okay. So
They could just send a message or call. Mhm. Yeah,
Nothing happened to me, and they-
yep.
Okay, thank you. Oh.
I have nothing. Next regular meeting date, Monday, August 12th, 2024. At 6 P.M. All right, no motion to adjourn.
Please.
Oh, you guys have that? Okay.
It's correct.
Motion by Deason. Second by Lockman. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So carried, we're adjourned at 6:17.
Almost.